Just a quick note before we start, I tried to leave out any spoilers in this video, so you should be safe in case you haven't played the campaign yourself yet. So I just finished the Final Shape campaign, like less than 20 minutes ago. I wanted to give some thoughts on the whole ordeal and how I think it stacks up as far as campaigns go. First off, what are servers, right? It took far longer to complete this campaign than it should have, most of that being attributed to these servers that were having a ton of issues. Issues getting in, issues staying in, it's just a total mess. As of writing this, it's about 10:30 EST, and my last couple of missions were smooth, no issues. I don't know if they're gonna stay that way, but my experience here in the past hour or so was unhindered, which was a blessing. That being said, the campaign itself, it's pretty good, I'll be honest. I'll start with the story since that's where my expertise lacks the most. It's good. I liked the story. Destiny's story has always been kind of hard to follow for most of its runtime, and here I don't think I was as confused as usual, like with Lightfall, but the Witness being the main villain still holds quite a bit of wackiness. Like, the Witness is an okay bad guy. He's not the worst, but he's got to be one of the most convoluted characters ever? Like, I just do not care about this guy anymore. I'm sort of clocked out with him, so when the raid rolls around and hopefully he's gone for good, I will not miss him. Everything else is pretty good though. We get to see some fan favorite characters act in ways that we don't usually see them act and be put in situations that they aren't usually in. Zavala hits some similar story beats to what we've seen before, but he's still likable, and overall, it's a fun romp. Also, quick side note about Zavala, the new voice actor did a great job, and while he does sound a little different, he still does a great job. He's gonna take some getting used to, but he's done Lance proud here. Okay, so the meat and potatoes of this expansion, the missions. They're all really good. I thought Lightfall had some decent level design, but here it's way better. Missions all do something a little bit unique. It's something more than just cover me while I get the door. The puzzles can be a bit vague at first, but once you understand the moving parts, they're really not that complicated and they don't really become too annoying. The actual level design is amazing. There's so many sights to see and so many varied locations and arenas, it just doesn't get boring. You never go through the same place twice. We likely will with the post-campaign quest, but I'm not there yet, so we're just talking about the campaign itself. Then there's Prismatic, which I love. I don't think it's as strong out of the gate as some of our other subclasses, but that's to be expected. Transcendence is amazing, and I use it every chance I get. Going into a mini super is great and really adds a layer of fun to the combat. The way you unlock Prismatic, I'm not as keen on though. It's certainly miles ahead of Lightfall and Strand, so let's get that straight. In the first mission, you unlock a full kit of Prismatic with a couple of options for some abilities and fragments. To get the rest, or at least more of it, you have to find these chests. I have no idea how many of these there are. I ran across a few in my playtime, but I'm still missing massive sections of my subclass. I probably missed a few chests, but I have no clue if there are other ways to get the rest of the class, or if I'll have to go back into each mission and find the ones I missed. It was very exciting to find one, but after I finished the story, I was still looking at a somewhat empty subclass. The new supers you cannot miss though, it is a part of the story. I've only used the Titan one so far, but man, it feels great. Good damage, unique style, I love it. Finally, really quick, I'd like to mention that I played the whole story solo on Legend, and it felt perfect. Not too tough, not too easy, just right. I'm not sure if they adjusted it from last year, but it was a ton of fun on Legend. That's all I really have right now. It's still super early with the Final Shape, especially considering most people haven't even been able to play a lot, but thankfully I was able to get through the whole thing, and I wanted to give some thoughts. I tried to leave spoilers out, so it's pretty safe to watch if you're desperately trying to get your Final Shape fix, but can't actually play it yourself. I think most people will really like the campaign here, and I personally can't wait to play more.